Thank you. Typically artists don't get this when they get commission work, is just do your thing, just do your thing. And they have nothing to say about it. That's usually when you get the best art, is when you don't, control the art per se. Ray said, he's like, I want something, colorful and spruce it up back here. And I was like, okay, I can handle that, that's enough. And he's like, just do your thing. That's kind of my depiction, of a night out. This is a night out in Saskatoon. There's the Nutana School in there, and there's some of the things that we saw, very representative of freedom and summertime. A big, huge watermelon. It just makes you happy. It's like, when you think of watermelon, smell watermelon, you're just instantly happy.
I love it.
Thank you. Really fun.
It is really fun.
There's lots of attention. It was actually a little bit tough to keep going. It was easier to go when I went up to the second level, and it was working up there. It was a lot more easier. But when I was down here, there's lots of people stopping, talking, wanting to know about it, and definitely as an artist, you like to tell a little bit of the story, but you can't tell it all. We need some mystery, right? Ray's a great dude, and he wants to, he wants to pay for art, and so he was like, I'm not quite sure if I could afford all three sides. Which, it makes, a lot of sense because, art can be fairly expensive. And so he wasn't quite sure, but I was like, okay, well, why don't we paint it in such a way that, we can add to this painting? We can wrap it around the building if it so happens to be that you want to do those sides, right? This other corner, and then where I'm working on this other side right now, it all ties into each other and comes one piece. About 10 years ago, I started painting, and about 5 years ago, I was like, I really like this. I'm gonna take it a little bit more seriously, and it's just been awesome ever since. It's every year it seems to grow a little more and more and more, and so this is, I would say, my best year yet so far. It's you go through stages, and you try and find yourself as an artist, and you do this, and you're learning things, technique, and depth, perception, all of it, values, and you create this thing, and it's it's all it's all within your hand, and it's you get like this peace and calmness from it. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's like it feels amazing to do it. When I was really, really, really young, I'd have the newspaper or magazine, and if they had like some sort of gray print or something like that, I always highlight the edges. I don't know why, I really like doing it. It brought it more to life or something like that. And then so I carried it into my landscape paintings, and then I scaled away from it for a little bit just to see how it felt, and then I guess I came back to it a little bit more again when I went back into, or I suppose, into contemporary art. And that's kind of where I'm at now. So I finally figured out why I like watermelon so much, but I haven't quite figured out why I like polka dots yet. It'll come, just don't know when. You're going back to your childlike instincts, and the way you throw stuff on there is like, we always have these reservations as we get older, and things gotta be this way. You're supposed to color within the lines, and and like, why are we supposed to do that? You know, why do we need so much detail when less could explain more and make you a little bit more happy?
Looks good.
Coming together.
Thanks for freshening up our alley.
No problem. I'm loving the attention on this. This is like, I couldn't feel any more love coming from the piece, and all the kind words that people have said to me, and the attention that comes with that, right? So it's awesome. It's a great feeling. About a year ago, I drew this drawing of a T-Rex with flowers in his hands like this. So the story behind that is saying sorry to your wife.
I love the teddy bear inside the rocket ship which is making a hard left.
You go away, Ray.
I know.
This is really cool.
It really is coming together. I'm so excited with it. It's got all these different twists and different stories, and
Love it.
yeah, it feels really good. Thank you.
Love it.
I think, I really want to brighten someone's day. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, is to pull out of it. Like sometimes things aren't so nice, and it could take the littlest thing and we don't even necessarily know it. Like for instance, maybe when I met my wife, maybe the day I met her, she was wearing the perfect color. And that's what set the whole thing off. And maybe this color selection, it's going to brighten someone's days. I chose them because of that, essentially, right? That's what I want to do. Is I also want to, paint a picture. I don't want to paint all of my picture. I want to paint a little bit of your picture, a little bit of their picture. The person way down there, their picture. I want everybody. There's art lovers, and there's people that don't get it, and there's people that kind of get it. I want everybody to have something on this. This could be, this is my night, but why couldn't it be your night? Why couldn't it be their night, right? And that's what I was kind of hoping. So I wanted it to be loose enough that everybody could be pulled in and possibly brighten their day. What do you guys think? Oh yeah. It ties in the way it should, I feel. Yeah, I'm feeling it. It's like almost done. Saskatoon could definitely benefit from more public art. It makes the city more beautiful, makes the city more interesting, makes the city, more of a tourist destination. And, realistically, if you were to pay someone to paint the wall just one flat color, I'd rather see some art rather than one flat color. To each their own though, but, I'd rather see some art.